I have perfected the art of illusion, fooling everybody, including me. I've lived so long in this state of confusion, looking in the mirror, didn't know who I'd see. I thought I'd been to the top of a mountain of every emotional extreme, but I never felt nothing. No, I never felt nothing till I felt your hands on me. Your touch is so hot, it feels like I'm melting into a puddle, baby, at your feet. And this love you're laying on me is so overwhelming. Now every other woman's like a winter freeze. I thought I'd been to the top of a mountain of every emotional extreme, but I never felt nothing. No, I never felt nothing till I felt your hands on me. This foolish heart, it finally came to its senses. You opened up my eyes to what I've been missing. I thought I'd been to the top of a mountain of every emotional extreme, but I never felt nothing. No, I never felt nothing till I felt your hands on me. No, I never felt nothing. I never felt nothing till I felt your hands on me. Yeah. Oh, baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Are you ready? It's showtime. Please welcome Tim Kelly.
That does it. I'm not looking anymore. That does it. I've tried 1,000 times before, but love for me just never quite worked out until now. That does it. The way you heal me with your eyes, that does it. You bring my wounded heart to life, and it fills me with desire that I can't tame. When you whisper my name, and that does it. The way you wrap your arms around me, girl, that does it. Feels like heaven's finally found me when I've done all I can do, and I need a mountain that does it. I've tried 1,000 times before, but love for me just never quite worked out until now. And girl, I'm all yours now, and that does it.
His name is Flint Thompson. He is from the great state of Texas. That is his brand new music. One of them called That Does It. And before that, Till I Felt Your Hands. Welcome to Today's Country with yours truly, Tim Kelly, hosting the show. We are KICR, Indie Country Radio. I've got my hands on a little mouse right now, moving it around fast and playing the best in new country music. Triple Play Thursday tonight. That means every artist on the program gets 3 songs in a row. Some artists will get 4 songs tonight because we have some great indie country music, Christmas music as well that we're going to play from the artist, so you'll be able to enjoy that. Got a couple of great radio interviews lined up tonight as well. At the bottom half of this first hour, Brady Wilcox from Durant, Oklahoma will be calling in, and in hour number 2, Presley Tennant, my good friend from California, who was on Team Kelly of NBC's The Voice, is going to be calling in as well. So we got a great show lined up for you tonight, and we want to give a big shout out and thank you to all of the radio stations that replay this program. Great radio stations like KUHS Denver at KUHSdenver.com, Country Road 58 from Germany, countryradio.musicbox4friends.com from Belgium, devilscountryradio.com, radiotheking.be, that is also Belgium, WVMIradio.com, realradio.us, downtheroadradio.com from Ireland, countrymusicexpress.co.uk. We are on Bourbon Trail Radio, thechimpfm.com from Canada, countrythunder.com.au from Australia, WFPNradio.org. We are affiliated with bigrecords.world/radio, Top Shelf Radio Texas, Radical Radio or RadicalOnlineRadio.com. And as of today, you can hear KICR Indie Country Radio on Amazon Music. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Wherever you listen to podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Music, Google, all of the big names, we are on them as well. The third single from Mr. Flint Thompson is the title track to his latest EP. It is called We've Got to Stop Meeting Like This. Oh, I don't think so. On Today's Country from KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on Triple Play Thursday.
Hello, baby, how you been? Sure is good to see you again. You look so beautiful to me tonight. Sure feels good holding you tight. We've got to keep on meeting like this. I'm always starving for your kiss. Night and day, whenever it is. We've got to keep on meeting like this. You know, darling, when I look in your eyes, the man in me starts to come alive. But more than that, girl, you're my best friend. Whatever we do, let's do it again. We've got to keep on meeting like this. I'm always starving for your kiss. Night or day, whenever it is. We've got to keep on meeting like this, yeah. In a crowded room or all alone, we can go out, girl, or we can stay home. We're together, it's all the same. Every time it's just fueling the flame. We've got to keep on meeting like this. I'm always starving for your kiss. Night or day, whenever it is.
It's time for today's newest country music, Indie Country Radio, with Tim Kelly.
He'll be ready. In lieu of flowers, tip the cover band. Make sure they play a little country boy can survive. If I don't make it through the night, I'll fly away on a whiskey river, washed in the glow of a neon light. When it all goes dark, want a beer in hand when it's time to go. See a sawdust roar for my when the good Lord stops this honky-tonk heart. I wanna die in a bar. Hey! Now when you swing on in them swinging doors, leave that heartache out on the porch. My happy hour don't allow no tears, so dry 'em up and fill your cups while I fly away on a whiskey river, washed in the glow of a neon light. When it all goes dark, want a beer in hand when it's time to go. See a sawdust roar for my eyes closed. When the good Lord stops this honky-tonk heart, I wanna die in a bar. Hey, I wanna die in a bar.
is my good friend Mae Estes. It is M-A-E on her first name. That's how you look up Mae Estes. It is called Thinking About Cheating right there. And before that, another great tune from Mae. It was called Die in a Bar, her latest single. What a way to go, huh? I just got to pick the bar. There you go. Well, thanks for bellying up to my bar. I'll serve the country music, and we're not doing one by one tonight. We're doing 3 by 3 on Triple Play Thursday, and we're going to throw some great Christmas songs into the mix as well. The third single in the Triple Play for Mae Estes is called Your Hands on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, playing new country's best on Triple Play Thursday.
I've seen your hands grease stained, turn a wrench, swing a hammer, take apart a V8, put it back together and never miss a move. They just know what to do. And I've seen your hands 10 and 2, headed east on 40, hometown in the rear view. You left for me, letting go of everything so I could chase a dream. Steady and true and strong, and right where I belong. Holding a beer on a Friday night, holding a match when I need a light, holding the door and my old guitar, there on my knee in a crowd in a dive bar, holding a ring in my heart for the rest of my life, wearing that band. I hope your hand's always holding mine. I felt your hands in the dark, light me up all over, running through my hair and pulling me closer like nobody else. You know me better than I know myself. You pick me up when I can't stand, like my mama prayed for kind of man. Beer on a Friday night, holding a match when I need a light, holding the door and my old guitar, there on my knee in a crowd in a dive bar, holding a ring in my heart for the rest of my life, wearing that band. I hope your hands always holding mine, when we got the whole world in the palm of it. When the going gets tough, ain't letting go of it. Yeah, we'll make the most of it. Holding a beer on a Friday night, holding a match when I need a light, holding the door and my old guitar, there on my knee in a crowd in a dive bar, holding a ring in my heart for the rest of my life. Wearing that band, I hope your hands always holding mine. Holding mine. Hey, maybe I'll dye my hair, maybe I'll move somewhere, maybe I'll get a car, maybe I'll drive so far that I'll lose track. Me, I'll bounce right back, maybe I'll sleep real late, maybe I'll lose some weight, maybe I'll clear my junk, maybe I'll just get drunk on apple wine. Me, I'll be just fine and dandy. Lord, it's like a hard candy Christmas. I'm barely getting through tomorrow, but still I won't let sorrow bring me way down, 'cause I'll be fine and dandy. Maybe I'll just lie low. Maybe I'll hit the bars. Maybe I'll count the stars until the dawn. Me, I will go on. Maybe I'll settle down. Maybe I'll just leave town. Maybe I'll have some fun. Maybe I'll meet someone and make him mine. Me, I'll be just fine and dandy. Lord, it's like a hard candy Christmas. I'm barely getting through tomorrow, but still I won't let sorrow bring me way down. 'Cause I'll be fine and dandy. Lord, it's like a hard candy Christmas. I'm barely getting through tomorrow, but still I won't let sorrow bring me way down. 'Cause I'll be fine and dandy. Lord, it's like a hard candy Christmas. I'm barely getting through tomorrow, but still I won't let sorrow bring me way down. 'Cause I'll be fine. Oh, I'll be fine.
That is a great Christmas song from May Esta. She, again, is from Hope, Arkansas, and that is a great song called Hard Candy Christmas. Do you guys like that hard candy? I like those peppermint ones. Like, even people hang some of those on the tree, and we do that as well, those little peppermint candies. Those are fantastic. But we've got a fantastic radio interview tonight with a gentleman by the name of Brady Wilcox. He is from Durant, Oklahoma, and we've got a lot in common. I spent 20 years down in that area before I moved up here to Branson about 10 years ago. So great to have you on the program, Brady. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing good, man. I really appreciate you having me on.
Hey, I appreciate you doing the interview. We got prepared for the interview by getting to meet each other here about 3 weeks ago. We talked on the phone, I think it's been, but yeah, we got a lot in common. You're the oldest of 5 boys, and so am I. I've got 4 younger brothers, and Mom kept trying to have a girl, but that didn't happen, so she stopped at number 5 too.
So I've got 4 younger siblings, but 2 of them, I've got 2 sisters and 2 brothers.
Okay.
That I grew up with, and then actually my dad, I've got another 5 half siblings with my dad and stepmom too. So
yeah,
there's actually quite a few there. But yeah,
awesome. You got a good mix.
Oh yeah.
That's cool. Nashville Music Guy just recently did an article on you, and I'm kind of looking at that and the great write-up, and that's you said that just came out Monday, so congratulations on that, man. That's good stuff.
I appreciate it. Yeah, it was a really cool article. Not used to all that stuff yet, so it's new to me.
Yeah. Well, hey, it's great to be getting that recognition, man. And you've only been in the music business a short period of time. You're one of the top real estate agents in Durant, Oklahoma, and in probably the state of Oklahoma. So that's good stuff.
Yes, sir. That's kind of where I started. Figuring out how to support my family and stuff was with real estate. I surrounded myself with a few mentors growing up, and they were all involved in real estate, and I used to tell them I'd work for free for them if they'd just teach me what they knew, because we were poor, and they all let me do it, and they all knew real estate, and they all had something to do with real estate, and so that's where I kind of went because of it.
That is awesome. You know, I'm reading in that bio that you and your brother just did about anything it took to make money. You would pull carts behind your bikes and talk to all your neighbors about saving their cans for you guys to collect. And you sold chicken eggs and traded sports cars. You did lemonade stands, mowed lawns, all of that kind of stuff. And that's the stuff I did as a kid too. To try to raise money, and that was way before we even had these cell phones that we carry around that require you to pay a monthly bill and stuff like that. You know, we didn't have any of that kind of stuff, the technology that we have today, but things were a lot different back then. You know, we could go to the candy store and take $1 or $2 down there and we could load up. So
Right. Yeah. Now a dollar won't buy a soda pop.
Yeah, exactly. So that shows your work ethic right there, and the music business, boy, you got to definitely have a great work ethic and some tough skin too in that business, don't you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And that's, I think, growing up the way I did, I think it really helped me prepare for the music career, because I learned to, back then we learned to really be creative and hustle, and we actually kind of learned to enjoy that process. Being creative and turning something into nothing and things like that. And so I think it really geared me up for the music career and kind of helped. I implement a lot of those things now.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to ask you about the music career here in just a second, but as a career in real estate, why did you pick that too, to maybe even help you further your music career?
I love the flexibility of it. I stay really busy, but I'm able to kind of choose my hours and when I'm available, and so that's really advantageous when you're a musician. And then on top of that, it's what I knew. Like I said, I learned from all those old guys, and I was able to take a skill set and put it to work immediately, and that's kind of just the way I rock and rolled.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, has the Federal Reserve raising the interest rates hurt you in any way as far as, being able to sell homes? I know the prices of them are going up, but, for real estate investors, if that doesn't happen, then, they're not making any money either. And I know that's one of the best investments out there, always has been.
Yes, sir. It sure is. As far as interest rates going up and stuff, my main deal is it's been an educating deal. I've really had to educate sellers and buyers both. Mm-hmm. The market kind of, in our area, the market's kind of plateaued. It hasn't crashed or anything, but I'm having to educate sellers when they're like, "Oh, my cousin sold it for $30,000 over asking price 3 months ago." I'm like, "Yeah, man, but there's some variables, that have taken place that kind of affect." I'm having to educate them on the market, and also buyers. I'm having to tell them, you may not be able to afford the house that you were going to be able to afford because interest rates went up 3% from when you were looking. So it's just more educating than anything.
That's it. And I'll tell you what, we're going to draw some interest on your music tonight, too. We're going to play 3 songs in a row for you for Triple Play Thursday tonight. We're going to do that for everybody, but you've got 3 great songs that we're going to talk about. So tell me about, and I know this is where my interest in country music came from, too. I don't know if we talked about this when we talked on the phone here a few weeks ago, but I started out DJing 80s music. I told you how old off the air that I am. And back in 1986, I went to broadcasting school in San Diego, California when I lived out there. So it was like REO Speedwagon, Journey, Whitney Houston, Michael Jackson, Madonna, those kind of artists is who I was playing. But I married a girl from Oklahoma, just about 30 minutes from where you live, and we spent 20 years down there. And that got my interest in country radio when guys like Garth Brooks and Toby Keith and Vince Gill were coming up, those guys from Oklahoma, and then a little bit later on, Blake Shelton. So that did it for me, and I love the stories that country music tells, and that's why I got interested in it. My first radio job was at K101 in McAlester, Oklahoma. I was on the air there at the 100,000-watt station.
Oh, nice. That's only about an hour from us.
Yep. So that's where I got the radio name Tim Kelly. Every DJ there had a radio name, and they asked me what I wanted mine to be, and I thought, Tim Kelly kind of sounds cool on the radio. What do y'all think? And I've been that since 1999.
Heck yeah, I've been called a lot worse.
Well, me too. That's because I still have that face for radio. I got the name too, but I got the face. No, I'm just kidding. My wife will second that here in a minute when she comes in. But yeah, and so I love the 90s country. That got me, man, and some of the best traditional country music. So tell us about your story in country music and some of the artists that you listened to growing up and why you want to do it.
Man, I've got a really wide range of like influences and people that I listen to. Growing up, my stepdad, he listened to like Merle Haggard and Waylon and all those guys and the Eagles and Motley Crue and classic rock. And 90s country, of course. I was born in '94, so that's kind of when I hit the ground. And I don't know who doesn't love 90s country, honestly, but all country stuff. And my grandpa, he helped me write my first song when I was 9, and he never would teach me guitar because he didn't have the patience for it. But he was in the Bakersfield, California music scene when Wynn Stewart and Merle and Buck Owens and all those guys were there. And so I always had him telling me stories about those guys and playing their music and stuff like that. But I just, you know, growing up, our family get-togethers were always passing around a guitar and just music. And I've always, I mean, as far as what I listen to and what my playlists are, man, I listen to rock, I listen to metal, I listen to punk, I listen to rap, I listen to country, and I think it kind of, as far as influences on our songs, you know, you'll hear they're not kind of that mainstream sound country, and it's just, everyone asks me what approach we take, and I just tell them there's really no rules when we're going at it, so that's kind of the approach I've always taken.
Well, and that's the way it is on this station too. You know, I want to do something different than what the mainstream is doing and stand out from the crowd and I pick the artists that are going to do that, I think, because you know, I listen to a lot of music and a lot of it sounds the same, and they're trying to emulate what's being put out on mainstream radio right now. And I like doing a little bit something different, something that's going to be catchy and that's going to make a person say, hey, I want to see who this guy is. I want to go follow him on Spotify and stream that music because it's different than anything I've ever heard. So
right,
yeah,
and
that's what it really takes. You got to stand out from the crowd. There is so much talent out there, and I say it every week on this program, and I do a show tomorrow night called New Music Friday. I've got tons of music brand new that I haven't ever played before in the 10 years of doing this that I'll debut tomorrow night, and I can do that every Friday because of the untapped talent out there that I find in this indie underground world that I kind of lived in for the last 10 years.
Right. That's awesome that you do that too, man.
Oh, I appreciate it. You know, there's some great talent down there where you're at. Songwriting talent. I think we talked about a gentleman from Caddo, Oklahoma that you know, Roger Springer.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah, he wrote a bunch of hits for Mark Chestnut. I've interviewed him on the radio as a songwriter. He's not an artist, but he's a great songwriter. And he's got a couple of his own songs that I played. So, yeah. And then you've got Joe McClure, who is actually the county assessor in Atoka, Oklahoma, for Atoka County, that I've been playing on the radio too. So you got some great local talent down there.
Oh yeah, there's a bunch of cool dudes down here, and a lot of good bands and stuff that are, I don't know, it's really been cool to see North Texas and Southern Oklahoma really kind of explode with music lately. It's really cool.
Well, and it's kind of where even another genre of country has developed from it, called red dirt country, I believe, down in that area too, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, a lot of good stuff down there from that. My daughter, we were talking, I was telling you off the air, where she's staying right there in Durant, Oklahoma, working a job right there at the casino she's staying at in the hotel. And she was telling me last night that there was a gentleman that came and played at a local bar there in Colgate where she hangs out, and that's a little bitty small town. But I look him up on YouTube, and I'm like, wow, he's pretty good. I'm probably going to reach out to him and start playing some of his music too. So yeah, you guys definitely got it going on down there.
Heck yeah.
Yep. Tell me about the first song that we're going to play tonight. It is called "Dances with Moonlight."
So "Dances with Moonlight," I actually started writing right as I was getting out of high school, and it was just I had those thoughts of high school being over and different things like that. And I always had this, I used to have a couple of coonhounds, and I used to take them down this dirt road not far from my house, and I'd just tree raccoons with them, and I never would shoot them or anything, but I just loved to hear them bark and chase the trees. But then we'd always stop at a pond or a creek, and I'd sit there and watch the moonlight, kind of dance with the water when the water would ripple. I always had that image in my head, and I was writing one day and kind of combined that image with kind of a walk down memory lane, and that's just kind of where the song came to life.
I love that story, man. And there's some good fishing down there. I used to do that as a pastime almost every day when it was warm from spring to summer, and it gets pretty hot down there. You guys had a really hot summer this year, and I remember down there one time we had 30 days in a row it didn't get under 100 degrees down there. So yeah, you got it pretty warm down there. But I love to get out there and bass fish, and And that's a great story too, because I would do it till dark, and you could watch that moon right off the water too. And boy, it's fun when a bass hits a topwater lure and it's dark outside. That's a blast.
Oh yeah.
And that's also in the article that they wrote, that you're a big sportsman and hunting and fishing and all of that. You love doing those things, man. I met a lot of people, and my brother-in-law included. We had some deer hunting land across from where we lived in the country, and he put 19 deer stands up in, I think it was 40 or 60 acres of land, so that you could kill a deer from anywhere. And you got some good-sized ones down there in Oklahoma, too.
Oh, yeah, we've got some really good deer. We're blessed.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you're blessed with great talent, and we're going to play your first song called Dances with Moonlight. His name is Brady Wilcox on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on a Triple Play Thursday.
Back 17, thought I had it figured out. You was right around my arm, feet barely graze the ground, and lips, they collide, slowly laid you back. We made an addiction, heartbeats way off track. Now love will never be the same for you and me. Dewy grass, September nights, and blankets down by the creek, water's dancing with moonlight. The water's dancing with moonlight. Time, it plays on, hit our separate way. You went to college and you studied, and I worked 12-hour days. Now love will never be the same
name again is Brady Wilcox. That is called Dances with Moonlight on KICR Indie Country Radio. They are loving that one in our live chat room, and great song, great interview, they're saying. So they're loving your stuff, man.
Awesome, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate you guys.
Oh, absolutely. We appreciate playing you. And I'll tell you what, we got to give some credit to the person that turned me on to you, and that's my good friend, Mr. Barry Rogers. He's a great publicist, and you guys been working together. Me and Barry have been working together for over a year now, and we kind of rekindled that tonight. We were talking on the phone and kind of how we met. And I don't know how you met Barry, but he's a great publicist, and he's out of the state of Texas, so he's not too far away from you.
No, not too far. Not too far. As long as he understands that Oklahoma's always on top of Texas.
especially in the college football game, too, right?
Not this year. I want to talk about
this
that.
Year. Yep. Yeah, and that's another thing. I love sports, and I think I told you about my Chiefs tattoos and all that. You know, I'm a big Kansas City Chiefs fan growing up here, but I love the Cowboys in the 90s when they were with Troy Aikman and Emmitt Smith and Michael Irvin and all of that, and they were winning their Super Bowls. And the OU Sooners. I really got into OU football down there. They're pretty good. They have been for a long time.
Oh, yeah. This year hasn't been the best, but
yep. And
comes away.
Yeah, absolutely. But they'll be back strong, no doubt about it. Well, let me ask you this. Now, out of the brothers and sisters that you have, 2 brothers, 2 sisters, any of those siblings musically inclined like you and want to do something or play any instruments or maybe play with you in your band or any of that?
No, not really. My brother, he can play the keys, but he's never really done anything with it. He just enjoys playing them, and that's about it, really.
Okay. Mom and Dad, what do they think of you wanting to do this thing in country music?
Honestly, my mom, she's pretty supportive. She's always amping us up on social media and stuff. And my dad is too.
Yeah.
My mom lives in Texas and my dad lives in California, so I don't see him very much. And then my mom lives in Canton, which is several hours away, but they're pretty supportive. I think everyone thought I was crazy when I told them this is what I wanted to do full time, but is what it.
Hey, I get that a lot by doing this too. You know, hey, are you still doing that radio show? You know, I have people hit me up all the time. You still doing that radio show? Yeah. Whoa, 10 years. Okay. You know, how's that going? You know, and it's going great because every day, every week, I get so much new music. Like I was telling you a little bit earlier, that you know, that's what keeps it intriguing to me and fresh all of the time. And I get to talk to and meet guys like you. And you're down home. I know that. I spent 20 years down there, and you know, we hit it off when we were first talking a few weeks ago, and we've got a lot in common. And music's just a bonus.
Oh yeah. And you said earlier that your first concert was a Tracy Lawrence concert.
Yeah, I went to. I saw Wade Hayes. I'm friends with Wade's wife actually on social media. Wade Hayes and David Ball opened for Tracy Lawrence in Ardmore, Oklahoma.
Gotcha. So I watched Tracy Lawrence at Choctaw. That was my first concert.
Awesome. Well, hey, we got that in common too then. There you go. And and Mark Chestnut, we talked about the Sundowner Rodeo Arena that they built. I worked at Sundowners. They manufacture these big fancy living quarter horse trailers, and I worked there for 7 years. But next door to that, they built a rodeo arena, and their first concert they had was Mark Chestnut down there. So I got to go see him too shortly after Tracy Lawrence.
Heck yeah.
And he's still doing his thing. He's had some back surgery and all of that, but he's getting back out there and getting on the road too. So isn't it neat about country music when a song or a few songs hit, and Mark Chestnut had a bunch of hits, that those sure stand the test of time, and then people like you that were born in the 90s still relate to that 90s country. Man, I love that.
Oh yeah, me too. It's cool how it just carries on, that legacy does. And Mark Chestnut, his son's actually playing now too, Casey.
Yep.
I went and hung out at Gillies one night. He was playing there, and I met him, and he was a really cool dude too. I think he's going to do really well too.
That is awesome, man. I'll tell you what, his dad's fantastic, and it's great to see, and that's why I asked that question about the siblings. You know, if other family members are interested in carrying on that legacy, you know, and that's what you're building or trying to build with your music, and people are going to love it, and we're going to keep playing it, man. You're a fantastic find, and thank you, Barry Rogers, for finding this young man. You're super talented. You worked with a super talented young lady on the next song that we're going to play, and I added the video to it to our TV channel. Her name is Adara Kay, and she's from Ardmore, Oklahoma. You were telling me off the air.
Yes, sir. She's from Ardmore. When I was getting ready to cut that song, I really wanted a female artist on there, and she was living in Nashville at the time, and I was hunting for a female artist to sing on there, and I was reaching out to all my people, and a guy that owns a bar here, Bubba's Brew House, shout out to Paul Steen, he's a cool dude. He sent me a message one day, and he said, hey, check out this girl, and he sent me her TikTok. And she had this thing called a shot and a song, and she would get on there and take a shot, and then she would sing a song with an acoustic guitar, and I immediately fell in love with her voice and her vibe and stuff, and she was just cute as a button, and so I reached out to her, and she was super on board, super cool, had a great personality, and she came up, I think, the following week and cut vocals on it, and then she came back a few weeks later, and we did that music video, and built a really cool relationship with her, and I think she's going to be really successful. She's awesome.
That is awesome, man. I love that. And yeah, she's super talented. When I saw the video, after Barry hit me up, I start researching you, and that was one of the first songs that I saw with that video attached to it, knowing that I had the TV channel, and it's super good quality, man. You guys did a really good job on that, so I knew I had to add that one. So you can check out the video to the song Drown by Brady Wilcox and Adara Kay. It is Kay, her last name, and it is on ICTV, IndieCountryTelevision.com. That's our TV channel as well. So we're television and radio. Let me ask you this too. That brings up another question. Since you did a great duet with that young lady, what is Brady Wilcox's dream gig? Any artist that you would maybe like to perform a duet with that you haven't on stage, or maybe open for? Who would some names be that we might know?
Oh man, you're gonna think I'm crazy. I start telling you this, but female vocalist, I would love to do one with Miranda Lambert or Halsey.
Okay.
And male vocalist, I'd like to do something with, you're going to think I'm crazy, but maybe Post Malone or Hardy.
Okay. Hey, I've been watching Post Malone on Jimmy Fallon. He's been on the Tonight Show several times. He's a pretty cool dude.
He is, and he can sure enough pull off a country song too. He's a talented guy.
He can, and I've only got 8 tattoos, so he's outdoing me there by a long shot. I've seen those too. He's a really cool dude. Yeah, so that's awesome, man. And I'll tell you another lady down there that is real popular in country music. She's from Stringtown, Oklahoma, and that's the only Reba McEntire.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Reba.
Yep. So, if you ever get a chance to go see her, man, I've got artist friends in Nashville that have been to her latest shows, and she is still tearing it up and wearing that red dress and singing fancy and all that stuff. She's definitely one of the all-time greats from Oklahoma as well.
Amen to that. She's a firecracker through and through.
Absolutely. She's actually opening up a new bar called Reba's Place that my daughter put in to bartend there, and I think she may be able to get the job. So she's waiting on them to open up. So.
Cool.
Yeah. So Reba's Place. That sounds like a place to hang out. I just played a song called "Die in a Bar," so that'd be a good way to go.
Oh yeah.
There you go. Well, it's been a pleasure talking to you tonight, Brady. I wish you much success in the world of country music, and we're going to help you all we can and keep playing your music. Where can folks find you on social media, though, before we let you go?
Man, we love social media. It's a riot. We have a lot of fun on there. Instagram, if you'll go to Brady Wilcox Music. Facebook, same thing, Brady Wilcox Music. And TikTok, we also have a TikTok channel, which is also Brady Wilcox Music. But any social media platform, man, come follow us. You'll be entertained. There's always something crazy going on, and we really enjoy interacting with people, and yeah, if they want to find us there, that'd be awesome. We appreciate it too.
Well, man, it has been fun interacting with you tonight. Don't be a stranger. Come back in a couple of months if you want to promote something new or just whatever songs that I didn't play tonight. We'll come back and talk about some other songs that you got out. I'd love to have you back in the spring or whenever you want to come back in a few months. I'd love it.
Heck yeah, man. I appreciate it. That sounds like a great plan.
Yeah,
Thanks so much for.
Absolutely. It has been a pleasure talking to you tonight. We're going to play Drown with Adara K, and then your third song is going to be Pillow Talk, and that'll kick off hour number 3. So we'll get you a triple play tonight, and we're going to keep adding you to this show because you're awesome, man. Good stuff.
Thanks so much, Tim. I appreciate you.
Absolutely. His name is Brady Wilcox featuring Adara K. This is called Drown on KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on a triple play Thursday.
Time's ticking blind, and I don't know what to do. Hands on the clock seem broken, and so's my heart for you. Gets me, but I'm reaching for the crown. I'm drinking away these memories, and baby, I think I'm about to drown. Oh baby, I'm about to drown.
It always seems to knock me straight to the ground. And seeing you standing with her, you're my old crowd.
Questions probably never take place. And God, how I miss your smile, but I hate your pretty face. Gets me when I'm reaching for the crown. I'm drinking away your memories, and baby, I think I'm about to drown. Oh baby, I'm about to drown. I think I'm about to drown. Me.
Another hour of the best in new country starts now on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Grab a dime bag of 12 pack and take off on a one-way flight.
The third single in the triple play for Brady Wilcox on KICR Indie Country Radio. We just wrapped up a great radio interview. Our first one. There will be more, ladies and gentlemen. He's a fantastic young gentleman, very talented too. Go check him out on his website. It is bradywilcox.com. Real easy for you there, and he is fantastic. Welcome back anytime. Welcome back to the second hour of Today's Country with yours truly, Tim Kelly, hosting the show. We are KICR Indie Country Radio. Add a .com to that, and you'll find us live on our website every Thursday and Friday night at 7 p.m. Central Time from Branson, Missouri, the live entertainment capital of the world. And over there on the website, you'll find that it is snowing. Yes, it's even snowing on your mobile phone because it is Christmas time, December the 1st, and it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. We're going to kick off this second hour with a great Christmas song. Flint Thompson kicked off the show with 3 great songs in a row for his triple play of country music, but this Christmas song that he came up with for this season is absolutely phenomenal. It is a hit Christmas song in my opinion, and you got to check it out. It is called When Love Was Born from Flint Thompson on KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on Triple Play Thursday. Merry Christmas.
Angels speaking, wise men seeking a king, but not one of this earth. Joseph praying, Mary laboring, and at the moment of his birth, and that's when love was born for the broken, torn. Life began again that first Christmas morn. That's when love was born. In a manger, a lowly manger, Mary laid him in the hay. Shepherds kneeling as God's revealing his son, the object of their praise. And that's when love was born for the broken, torn. Life began again that first Christmas morn. That's when love was born. Now the Word dwells among us. He's the truth, the way, the life. Our salvation Jesus brought us the day he stepped on the stage of time. And that's when love was born for the broken, torn. Life began again that first Christmas morn. That's when love was born. That's when love was born.
You're listening to Triple Play Thursday on KICR Indie Country Radio.
I
Are you a regular sinner or considered a saint? Or living between temptation and restraint? Only you know what you are and what you ain't. This ride through life can be like a runaway train. It'll travel faster with every passing year. There's no brake to pull, so you gotta learn to steer. It'll test your faith to arrive on time, not late. This ride through life can be like a runaway train. The speed of life makes it all a short ride, and the ticket's only good one way, one time. You're judged by how you live, not how you explain the ride you take through life on the runaway train. If a star and mark just proves that you're alive, they're a testament to your power to survive. 'Cause at the start, that end looks further away. This ride through life can be like a runaway train. The speed of life makes it all a short ride, and the ticket's only good one way, one time. You're judged by how you live, not how you explain the ride you take through life on the runaway train. What I've learned about this ride, the travelers come and gone, is no matter how you live it, the train will still roll on. The speed of life makes it all a short ride, and the ticket's only good one way, one time. Judged by how you live, not how you explain the ride you take through life on the runaway train. Runaway train, runaway train. Life's a runaway train. Runaway train.
Song number 2.
From the hills of Carolina to the streets of LA, you'll find us country girls rocking our own way. We've got our own style, we've got our own groove. When 9 to 5's done, it's time to cut loose. When country girls rock, it's a physical distraction. When country girls rock, check this awesome attraction. Moving, grooving, sliding, scooting, got the cowboys all a hootin'. When country girls rock, little bit of bass line, setting up a groove. Lead guitar player laying down real smooth. But when the drummer hits on the 2, 3, 4, that's when us country girls start scooting boots across the floor. When country girls rock, it's a physical distraction. When country girls rock, check this awesome attraction. Moving, grooving, sliding, scooting, got the cowboys all a hootin'. When country girls rock, son. Hearts filled with pride, born with rhythm and soul. If you're looking for a good time, we'll tell you where to go. We're gonna rock the country. Come on, girls. Rock the country. Country girls rock. We're gonna rock the country. Hey, hey, hey. Rock the country. Country girls rock. We'll show you what we got. Country girls rock. It's a physical distraction when country girls rock. Check this awesome attraction. Moving, grooving, sliding, scooting. Got the cowboys all the rootin'. When country girls rock. We're gonna rock the country. Ooh, rock the country. Country girls rock. We're gonna rock the country.
That is the latest single from my good friend from Canada. Her name is Tiana Woods, and that is called Country Girls Rock, co-written by my good friend from Springfield, Missouri, Mr. David Wagner. That song does rock. You guys nailed that one absolutely. Isn't she talented? And we had a great radio interview a couple of weeks ago. Before that, a great tune from Tiana Woods called Runaway Train. Welcome to this Runaway Train. We are coasting, man. We're almost halfway through the show, and more of the best in new country music and Christmas songs are straight ahead. I'm going to play a great Christmas song from Tiana Woods after the third one in her triple play. It is called Bring Your Own Sunshine on today's country from KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Sometimes you walk 1,000 miles in the rain. You swear it ain't gonna let up. You feel every single drop of the pain, so close to giving in and giving up. Every day we got a choice, a decision to make. Don't you wanna see the world in a brighter way? Make your own dreams, make your own luck, make your own peace with the man above. Give a little more, take a little less. For the very first time, don't ever second guess. Life is full of dark and stormy skies, and to bring your own sunshine. Don't it make you feel good, make you feel safe to hang your hat on a whole lot of hope? All that it takes is a little bit of faith right there at the end of your road. You can't always depend on somebody else. Sometimes you gotta do it yourself. Make your own dreams, make your own luck, make your own peace with the man above. Give a little more, take a little less. For the very first time, don't ever second guess. Life is full of dark and stormy skies, so bring your own sunshine. Be the one, be the light. Yeah, start today for the rest of your Make your own dreams, make your own luck, make your own peace with the man above. Give a little more, take a little less. For the very first time, don't ever second guess. Life is full of dark and stormy skies. Life is full of dark and stormy skies. Gotta bring your own sunshine. Bring your own sunshine. Yeah, bring your own sunshine. Bring your own sunshine. square, you can feel the season in the air. Jingle, jingle, it's the best time of the year. Got all the presents on my list, it's clear. Got a turkey, a bottle of Christmas cheer. Only thing that's missing is my Santa, he ain't here. We got beautiful snowflakes Christmas Eve, mountain of presents under the tree, stockings by the fire overflow. A wonderful life is on TV. I got everything I need, it's true. All I want for Christmas are mistletoe kisses with you. Built frosty in the yard, almost froze. Kids are waiting on Rudolph and his nose. Jingle, jingle, it's the best time of the year. And I love decorating the tree with family and friends. What a special message this season sends. I'm wishing, wishing that my Santa would appear. We got beautiful snowflakes Christmas Eve, mountain of presents under the tree, stockings by the fire overflow. Wonderful life is on TV. I got everything I need, it's true. All I want for Christmas, mistletoe kisses with you. Staring at the stars, praying and wishing. The angels must have known just what I was missing. I looked down, there you were, standing in the snow. Right above your head, you were holding mistletoe. We got beautiful snowflakes Christmas Eve, mountain of presents under the tree, stockings by the fire overflow. Wonderful life is on TV. I got everything I need, it's true. But all I want for Christmas are mistletoe kisses with you. My Santa, all I want for Christmas are mistletoe kisses with you. That's why I'm saving all my kisses, are mistletoe kisses for you.
New country sounds like this.
I'd rather drink a hot beer, build a fire in the pouring rain, burn all of my fishing gear, then set sail in a hurricane.
And this.
I don't wanna be your good time girl, arm around my shoulder, shutting down your favorite bar.
And this.
99 Halo couldn't take you away.
You're listening to the best in new country music on KICR Indie Country Radio.
Writing his name in your drink with a straw. I bet you're wishing right now you never let yourself fall. Hell, I can tell from across this room, whoever he is, he's a fool for leaving you. Lonely girl, how could your heart have no place to go? Lonely girl, I would never steal your beautiful. For the life of me, I can't see how anyone would leave you lonely girl. I guess you didn't notice every head turn when you walked in trying to heal the hurt. Pretty as you are, it's a crying shame. Yeah, it's a shame to see those tears running down your face. All I can say, lonely girl, how could your heart have no place lonely girl. I would never steal your beautiful for the life of me. I can't see how anyone would leave you lonely, girl. Lonely girl. Lonely girl, how could your heart have no place to go? Lonely girl, I would never steal your beautiful for the life of me. I can't see how anyone would leave you lonely girl. Writing his name in your drink with a straw. Writing his name in your drink with a straw. Bet you're wishing right now you never let yourself fall.
Song number 2.
I can hear that backwoods wind rustling through the pines. That lonesome wind sure is an old friend of mine. It taught me how to run when love ran cold. Points an arrow when there's nowhere left to go. Oh, girl, it's calling. Talking to me, whispering your name. Oh, hell, I'm falling. I never thought I'd ever see the day when that old wind would blow away. I've never been the kind to plant my roots. I was born for putting miles on dusty boots. Always hell-bent on searching for something I couldn't see until that wild wind brought you here to me. Oh, girl, it's calling. Talking to me, whispering your name. Oh, hell, I'm falling. I never thought I'd ever see the day when that old wind would blow away. Talking to me, whispering your name. Oh, hell, I'm falling. I never thought I'd ever see the day when that old wind would blow away. Yeah, that old wind, it blew away.
His name is Danny Kinsey. It is K-N-E or K-E-N-S-Y. Danny Kinsey. That is called That Old Wind. And before that, another great tune called Lonely Girl. And I'm getting a call right now. And we'll be talking to Presley Tennant here in just a little bit after one more from Danny Kinsey. It is called Smoke with an Old Flame on today's Country from KICR. Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best. on Triple Play Thursday.
You snuck up on me and covered my eyes, whispered in my ear, can I bum a light? You sounded so sweet in the menthol air, girl, I could recognize your voice anywhere. Watching your lips kiss a whiskey glass, you tip it on back with a tipsy laugh. Don't seem right how we ever went wrong. I could stay caught up on you all night long. You're lighting me up like a cigarette, rewinding my mind back to when you were mine like an old cassette. Funny how some fires, they never fade. Splitting the smoke with an old flame, splitting the smoke with an old flame. Now we're flipping through memories, flashing back to when we were too young to buy a pack. Stole some Pall Malls from your grandma's bag. I was hooked on you from my first drag. And now you're lighting me up like a cigarette, rewinding my mind back to when you were mine like an old cassette. Funny how some fires, they never fade. Splitting the smoke with an old flame, splitting the smoke with an old flame. Ooh, I got a head rush off your lips, burning down a midnight kiss. It's like we never even quit. Light me up like a cigarette, rewind my mind back to when you were mine like an old cassette. Funny how some fires, they never fade. Splitting the smoke with an old flame, splitting the smoke with an old flame. Guess some things never change when you're splitting the smoke with an old flame.
Right. Once again, his name is Danny Kinsey. That is called Smoke with an Old Flame, and 3 songs in a row. Every artist gets those, at least on Triple Play Thursday, and some of them are getting 4 if they sent me some Christmas music tonight, so we're sliding those into the mix as well. From Team Kelly of NBC's The Voice, we have a great alumni artist with us tonight live, and a good friend of mine. Her name is Presley Tennant. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing great. How are you doing, sir?
Doing fantastic. Thanks for doing the program tonight. It's our second interview, I believe, and there will probably be many more.
Oh, yes. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too. Thanks to our good friends at Core PR Management, Don DeJong, Anna Castle. They're great folks. I've been working with them since about 2014. They sent me to a country radio seminar one year in Nashville, and we had a blast.
They are the absolute best people I think I have ever met. They are just incredibly so kind, and they work so hard, and I'm so appreciative of everything that they do.
Oh, absolutely. And yeah, I love those folks. Me and Anna talked on the phone here a while back, and just a really nice young lady, and they're just super good. They work with some great folks too, like yourself and a bunch of others. Brian White, he had a big duet with Shania Twain that people play at their wedding, from this moment on, and they're working with great folks like him and a bunch of others.
Oh, yeah. They are absolutely just incredible.
Yeah. Well, you've been tearing it up in the music world, and I've been watching you on TikTok a lot, too, and you're into putting on makeup and all that kind of stuff, so, I got one of them faces for radio, so it doesn't hurt to watch that stuff either.
Yeah, on TikTok, I just post a little bit of everything. I'm like, I might as well tell people throughout my day. Let them see what I do normally besides just music.
Absolutely. You show up in my For You page all the time, so that's good stuff. It's like talking to an old friend again, and me and your mom have gotten acquainted, and we just love to talk, and you guys are fantastic, and I'm glad we met because of music, because you're real good at that, too.
Well, thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
In fact, first thing in your bio that it says on your website, radiant and fearless, Presley Tennant is the result of unequivocal talent and California ease. Man, I love that. I lived in San Diego for 4 years. I know about that California ease stuff.
Well, then you weren't too far from me. No. Oh, my goodness.
Yep, Escondido's, where my dad went to school in the 50s, and that's where we lived. From 86 to 90, I was out there.
Oh my goodness!
Like before you were born, kind of stuff.
Oh my God!
So yeah, but I love it out there, man. Every day, 68, 69 degrees is just perfect weather.
Yeah, I mean, right now it's been a little cold out here. I'm more in like the Inland Empire, so I'm a little closer to like Palms. I'm in between, I would say, Palm Springs, LA, and San Diego.
Yep.
I'm right in the middle. And normally we get like pretty hot summers and like decently still warm fall and winter, like where it's like 70, but it's been like 50 the past couple days. And I'm like, oh my God, I can actually bring out a big jacket for once in my life.
Right. I had to go check out spring break in Palm Springs a long time ago. That was an experience. And that was, again, before you were born. And Sonny Bono was the mayor of Palm Springs at the time that was married to Cher.
Oh my goodness.
That's been a day or two ago, but yeah, we had a blast, man. I love Palm Springs too.
No, I love it out there. I love the dry heat. It's my favorite.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that too. And I come back here to the Midwest in Missouri, where I'm in Branson now, and we definitely have the humidity. Now we don't have it right now. It was 24 degrees last night, so.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, we've it snowed here twice already. We've been talking about that in the chat room, so. Yeah, we've got that going on. Pretty chilly.
I wish we got some of those days at least so I can actually experience it.
Well, we haven't had a white Christmas here in a long time, and we almost had a white Halloween. And I wasn't wishing for that. But
yeah, you're like, wrong season, wrong
exactly. But hey, and that's another thing. I want to wish you guys a very Merry Christmas, and you've got a Christmas song that we're going to play tonight on the radio. So good stuff, man. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
You auditioned and performed on The Voice, and at 16 years old. So yeah, you're still really young and still got that talent. And every time I play some of your music, the people say that you kind of sound like Carrie Underwood in our chat room. But tell us about your experience on being on NBC's The Voice. And Kelly Clarkson picked you to be as a coach, right?
Yeah, so I'm tongue-tied. The Voice was one of the most just incredible experiences I think I've ever had. I mean, I was 16 at the time, so I was very young. Mm-hmm. I just went into the competition fully just willing and ready to learn and take everything in. I was working with some of the most incredible musicians, like the house band. They are all absolutely fantastic. I mean, they played on every single thing that you hear on country radio and pop radio and everything like that, as well as just being around so many, like with the other, I'm blanking on the word. What is the right word for it? The contestants. Yep. There we are. I'm like, what are being around all of them and just making so many memories and making so many friends during that time. I'm still so close with so many of them, and I think that's just incredible. And then as well as working with, my idol, and my idol turned her chair for me. I used to sing her song at like every single little talent show near my house when I was like 10. It was my first concert ever, and then when she turned for me on The Voice, it was just the most surreal feeling because it's like my idol wants to actually like mentor me at this point, and I am so forever grateful to Kelly for everything that she's taught me. I mean, she's part of the reason why I am where I am today and why I went into country music and things like that. And so I'm forever in debt to her because of that.
That is awesome. And she's super multi-talented. First winner ever of American Idol. She's got her own talk show. She's a coach on The Voice. And she's got probably my favorite all-time Christmas song called Underneath the Tree that I'll probably have to spring out tonight. I know I'm going to play it tomorrow for sure. If I can get it in tonight, I will too. But she has just got it going on.
she is just so timeless in everything that she does. There's something about her that everyone has this sense of like they love listening to her, and I think that's so amazing. She's so universal in everything that she does, whether she switches genres from pop to like a rockish kind of sound to country, and I admire that so much because she's just authentically herself in her music, and I appreciate that.
Absolutely. Now, in your bio, it says too that you have some classic influences. So, tell me about those, and maybe some of the artists that you listened to when you were growing up and wanting to be in country music. Some of those names that we might know.
Yeah, I mean, growing up, I listened to a multitude of different artists, but I definitely always gravitated towards the powerhouse vocalists, including like Kelly Clarkson, Carrie Underwood, Miranda Lambert, Chris Stapleton, and going all the way down to like Aretha Franklin and Etta James, and just like the passion behind their voice and what they have to say. That was something I always loved.
Yeah. You know, Carrie Underwood is a classic now. She won in 2005 American Idol. Can you believe that she's been in country music for 17 years now, going on 18?
It's so crazy to think, and I look up to her so much in so many different ways because of who she is and how she's evolved over the years, and she's always trying something new, and I just have so much respect for that, and I love everything that she does.
For 20 years, I don't know if I told you this story, I lived in Ada, Oklahoma, down where Blake Shelton is originally from, and now he's in Tishomingo, and been all over that area. I sold insurance down there, and one day we went to Shakota because we were only about an hour and a half away, and my buddy wanted to go up there and see if we could find Carrie Underwood or Carrie Underwood's folks, and so he wanted to knock on her mom's door and see if we could sell her an insurance policy. Well, that didn't work out. She didn't need our little $18 a month program. You know, she was fully covered and good to go, you know, but it was fun. We got to meet her, and then we're driving around going to get lunch, and we see on the back of a van underneath the carport, the spare tire cover said Carrie Underwood's grandpa. So we figured that's probably her grandpa there, too, in Shakota. So it was a neat experience.
Well, hey, you guys gave her the option.
Yeah. Now, absolutely, and you're from California, but bringing, that California style of country music to the rest of the world. Now, tell us kind of about that, too, because I lived out there for 4 years in San Diego. We were talking about that, and at the time, I was DJing 80s music. I went to broadcasting school in San Diego in 86, so I wasn't into country at that time, but that 90s country got me. So kind of tell us about your California country experience and what that's about.
I think when a lot of people hear California country, they think of more of like the Bakersfield kind of sound. Mm-hmm. But I feel like in today's society, California country is also, it's just a multitude of different things. There's so many different artists and genres that are very heavily prevalent around here. And so I take inspiration from all of it because of the fact that I'm always surrounded by it. And so just kind of putting little influx of those inspirations into my music kind of makes I feel like my sound is a little bit different than what you would normally hear from if I were just strictly from like an area that listens only to country music as like the first choice. And so I think that's really cool that there's different dimensions in music out here for California country. But I mean, I love it all. So it's hard to like just choose exactly like what my sound is when I have all these different like realms and ranges. So I'm like, this is all me. So how can I make this all into one specific song where it's just, I'm laying everything out on the line.
Yeah, and that's awesome. That's pure talent right there. And we were just talking about that with the previous artist I just got off the phone with and interviewed in the last hour, Brady Wilcox. He grew up around that Bakersfield country too, as well. And Buck Owens wrote a song about it. His buddy Roy Clark had a theater here for years in Branson, Missouri, the streets of Bakersfield. And so I love that, but then there's a bunch of genres in country music, and we talked about that. You know, there's pop country, there's urban country, there's outlaw, there's red dirt country now that is becoming very popular in Oklahoma, where Brady's from, and then down there in Texas. So there's just a multi-genre within that genre of country music, and there's something for everybody inside of it. And the reason I love it so much, and I'm sure you'll agree, is because of the stories that the songs tell.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's so hard to necessarily put a label onto music because it all is so subjective to each and every individual artist. Mm-hmm. have that label, you feel like you have to stick inside these boxes, but because there's so many like these different subgenres now, it's so amazing to see what people come up with and what they put out there. And when you really get to dive into their lyrics and their message and the melody of the song and all the instruments, everything kind of just like aligns perfectly where you're able to be in your avenue while still having so much freedom in that way.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, we talk about all the time the talent that is out there, the untapped talent like yourself and a bunch of others. A lot of them, like yourself, do try out for these different talent competitions on The Voice and America's Got Talent and Idol and all of those shows that we're familiar with here in the United States. And they even have some of those shows overseas, same thing. But tell us kind of the process of that when you was getting ready to get on The Voice. I mean, you got to wait in long lines, or you're waiting for a phone call, and kind of some of the process for wanting to do that.
So I was very fortunate. They had reached out to me when I was too young to be on the show. I think the age limit was 15 at that time, and I was 13. And so I was like, oh my God, I wish I could, but I can't. And so when they reached back out to me when I was 16, I felt in that moment, I was like, yes, I think I'm ready for this. I feel like I can hang with the big dogs, with everybody there that does music full time. And so I went into it, and I did like a private audition near where they film. And then I waited a couple months, and then nothing ever came out of it. And then all of a sudden I got a call one day when I was on vacation, and I just remember freaking out, and I was saying, oh my gosh, this can't be real life. This isn't happening. I'm dreaming right now. Can somebody please pinch me? Because I might pass. That's the feelings that I was going through. And then I got there for blind auditions, and it was just so much fun. It was a very long process, but also I had a blast during it all. I mean, I was still in school, so I had to be on set, at on-set school for 5 hours a day. And then I would go to wardrobe and rehearsals and interviews, and I would do that all the time for a long period of time. And then all of a sudden it's we're finally at the moment where the blind auditions happen. And it was just the most crazy feeling, because it's oh my gosh, all this hard work that I've been putting in is the moment's finally here. I was I better not mess this up, because I cannot waste my mother's time. She was with me for it all. I was I would feel terrible if she was with me the entire time, for me not to get a chair turn and be okay, well, what's happening? No, yeah. It wouldn't have, but I just was there's so much writing on this, and all the hard work that it was just a moment of realization that it's finally here, and so I really need to really perform the way I want.
That is awesome. And my wife actually called me into the living room the other night, and I'm usually getting ready for work about that time. I'm working the night shift now, doing what I do for a living. And she goes, there's a 17-year-old young lady on there, and she's on Blake's team. And she goes, you got to come and listen to this young lady. And I was like, okay. And her name escapes me now. But yeah, it's just amazing at that age that, these folks can perform like that. And you've got the definite vocals and the talent to do that too. So you're well on your way, and we're going to help you all we can. And it's always a pleasure to have you on.
Well, thank you so much.
Oh, absolutely. Let me ask you this too. Now, being on NBC's The Voice, there's I forgot the question I was going to ask you about that, but we'll get back to it. But that has launched your career. In fact, I even had to hold a song, I believe, here a while back, because People Magazine was going to launch it first. So you're getting recognition from that. Oh, I know what I was going to ask you about is the song that you performed and the work on that, because you have your own original music. But what is it like to put your emotions and your words and your feelings into somebody else's song that you have to go in and perform in front of a bunch of other folks like that, in a live audience and TV audience around the world, because it's not your song? And what one did you pick?
The thing was, I was 16 at the time. I didn't have very many life experiences. And so I was trying to pull from anything that I could relate to. I would make up stories and try to just dive into those feelings and be okay, how can I feel this? I mean, I sang Rihanna's Love on the Brain. I didn't know what that meant at that time. I didn't understand the bullshit of it, or even Demi Lovato's Stone Cold, because at that time I was a little more pop, but I was what can I pull? What have my friends said to me where I'm like, yeah, I feel that. I feel the same way as you. I'm like trying to figure it out. So that was a little difficult, but I feel like nowadays it's definitely a lot easier going through. Yeah. I mean, I've had a lot more life experiences. I've been in relationships now, so I understand like all the feelings that go involved in it. And so it's like I actually can pull from something when I didn't have that experience from before. If anything, it was friendships, but it's still not the same thing as being in a relationship with someone.
Yeah. And I find that super interesting too, because even though the artists like yourself and a bunch of others don't win that competition, it's a great learning experience, and it pushes you to maybe even do it more because, you want to get better, and you do get better, and they'll tell you on The Voice and other talent competitions, come back and try out again. We're not saying yes today, or we're not turning our chair today, but feel free to come back and try it again. And I tell artists that, by playing before I play them on this radio station, because I like to tag it as New Country's Best. We want the cream of the crop, because I believe what we're doing is better than the mainstream country that's being put out there, and that includes you. That you're in that category for sure. And we want to play the best, and so, but it doesn't stop you because you didn't win, because you've got a lot of great original music that I believe the world needs to hear. Just because you didn't get that record deal, that doesn't mean we're not going to play it. We're definitely going to play it.
Well, thank you so much. I've always been a firm believer that even if you're going to be told no so many more times in your life than you're going to be told yes. Yeah. It's how you respond to being told no. What are you going to do? Are you going to sit around and mope about it, or are you going to get back up on the saddle and get right back to it? And kind of, it's not even proving somebody wrong. It's proving yourself right. And I think that's a big thing that a lot of people can get discouraged by when they get told something, or something happens and it's not what they were expecting. It can be definitely disheartening. But you have to work harder to get back to where you want and to get the result that you want. And so that's one thing that I've always just really believed in. And so like when The Voice, after I was eliminated, I was like, you know what? Now I got to do what I need to do, and I'm going to so much on my music, and I've gotten to do so many incredible things, like open up for like Blake Shelton and Tim McGraw and Dustin Lynch and Brett Young and Jimmy Allen, just so many incredible names.
Yep.
And it's all because of and on The Voice and the aftermath of it.
Exactly, and that's exactly why the young folks like yourselves want to do those programs, is because what's going to happen after is going to be even bigger than that moment. It's hard to believe it when it's happening, and a lot of times that is even happening, but yeah, it's just what happens after sometimes is a whole lot bigger. Well, you got a great project out right now. The title track from it is what we're going to play first for you. It's called 600 Miles. Tell us about what this is about.
So 600 Miles, the EP, titled, is all about this collection of songs. Has just been like what I've gone through over the past couple of years, and it feels like I have just been on this journey to get to this final destination, and it feels like 600 miles, if not more. So that type of feeling. And so it's just this collection of songs that I really resonated with over the past couple of years, and it's finally all out to be for everyone. Though the song 600 Miles is something a little different, and it's talking more about, can like a distance affect the outcome of a relationship? Like, are they having all these unanswered questions of not being with somebody because of distance, and all these feelings that are involved, the questions and the uncertainty, and it's like, do we still have the same feelings? Like, would have worked out if things were different? And so that kind of talks all about what 600 Miles is.
That is an awesome story. That's why I love doing the interviews. I love to hear the stories behind the songs. Her name is Presley Tennant. You guys are in for a treat. We're going to play 600 Miles right now on Today's Country with Tim Kelly and Presley Tennant on KICR Indie Country Radio. It's Triple Play Thursday.
I still remember the night in July when you pulled me in close for a kiss goodbye. Had to turn and walk away so you didn't see the tears in my eyes. You left me questions in my heart, left me wondering why I fell so hard. Why'd you have to go so fast and go so far? To you, brakes on what could have been? Do you question what we should have been? Is it all the time or every now and then? Do you wanna take that 3-mile drive straight to my house in the back of your mind? Did you not think that interstate would change the plans that we have made? I guess it's hard to hear a heartbreak 600 miles away. I still go down that road that goes down by your house to see if maybe he came back to town. But you're never there, it's just a dead end turn around. Do you still think about me? Wonder about that space between us. Did it put the brakes on what could have been? Do you question what we should have been? Is it all the time or every now and then? Do you wanna take that 3-mile drive straight to my house in the back of your mind? Did you not think that interstate would change the plans that we have made? I guess it's hard to hear a heartbreak 600 miles away. About me, wondering about that space between us. They put the brakes on what could have been. Do you question what we should have been? Is it all the time or every now and then? Do you wanna take that 3-mile drive straight to my house in the back of your mind? Did you not think that interstate would change the plans that we had made? I guess it's hard to hear a heartbreak 600 miles away.
That is the title track of her latest EP. It is called 600 Miles. Her name is Presley Tennant, and she's hanging out with us tonight on the radio station live. And man, that's a killer song, and they're loving it in the chat room too. You're blowing it up.
Well, tell them I say thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. You just did. They're listening to you.
Thank you very much.
They're listening to you live, and boy, if you got a few minutes to come in here sometime, even after the program or after our interview, jump in here and say hi to the folks. We sure love it when the artists come in here and hang out and say hello.
I will.
That's an instant play on one of your songs. I will look it up real quick and punch it on put it on the radio. So,
oh my goodness.
Yep, love doing that. Now, let me ask you too. At what age did you decide that maybe this country music thing is what you wanted to do? Now, you joined or tried out for The Voice at 16. You said you maybe even they were trying at 13, or they were trying to contact you at 13. But you knew pretty young that you wanted to sing, didn't you?
Yeah, I started singing when I was about 7. Just for fun, little recitals. And then when I was 10, I was in a girl group at that point called the 5 LPs, or the 5 Little Princesses. We were a Christian-based pop girl group from like 10 to 13 years old. And so that really got me introduced into the music industry. And I just fell in love with performing and writing and recording and everything. And I just loved being around professional individuals. I really enjoyed that. And so I continued on with music after the group ended, but I continued on with pop music. And by the time that I was 16, I kind of felt like I had just this inner battle of figuring out like who I am. And I felt like I was writing songs that just didn't feel like me. And I just needed some direction. And when I went on The Voice, that was kind of like the realization moment. I was in a rehearsal session with Kelly, and I just remember her telling me, she said, at the end of the day, you have to go home, look at yourself in the mirror and say, I'm proud of you and I'm proud of what I'm doing. And so that really stuck with me. And she goes, you have to believe in yourself, and you have to do what you need to do to believe in yourself in order for everyone around you to believe in you. Yeah. And so that I really took to heart, and I just kind of did a little soul searching and I took a little, like, figuring out what direction I wanted to go with music. I knew I still wanted to sing. I knew I still wanted to do it. But I kind of just went back to my roots. I mean, I grew up listening to country music all around me. The town that I'm from, that's what everyone only listens to. So it's like, it's always been there. And when I made the switch, it never felt more right. And I am so, so thankful for that time. And even in the past, because without that, I wouldn't be where I am today.
Well, speaking of being surrounded by professionals, again, we want to thank Core PR Management for setting us up this interview. They are professionals. And let's give a big shout out to the recording studio that you use now. Do you go to Nashville or record out there in California? Because you got some professional sounds.
I am out in Nashville when I record, so I just feel like that. I don't know. There's something so special about being out there and recording and being in the studio and working with everybody. There's something so different than there is out in California. I don't know. Just the energy is so different, and I just love that. It's just one big community, and I think that's so cool.
It sure is. It's called Music City for a reason, isn't it? It definitely is.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's some of the best. Absolutely. Well, I tell you what, you're super talented, and keep doing your thing, and we will definitely keep playing your music. It's been a pleasure to have you on again tonight. Where can folks find you on social media? I'm looking at your website, but I'll let you tell it. It's real easy.
You can find me on all my social media, which is Presley Tennant. So PresleyTennant. Except for Facebook, that one is Presley Tennant Official. I couldn't get Presley Tennant, and I was like, come on. I was like, they're trying to make it easy for everyone. Or you can just go to my website, and everything is linked there.
There you go. And I've been following you on TikTok, and keep making them, man. You're fantastic at it. I need to put myself out there more, and I say that all the time, but I got to start doing it too. It's a neat little app because and you say you do everything on there, and a lot of the folks that I follow do too, as far even the country music artists. But I find in 15 or 30 seconds a little snippet of a song, and I got to go look it up, and then I'll go to YouTube and hear the whole thing. And I've interviewed like Savannah Benz, 19 years old when we met, and we've done 2 interviews so far, and she just come out with her 3rd single. I mean, she's that new. She's only got 3 singles out, so I can get her on this program now on Triple Play Thursday. But I love finding country music on there, and there's just so much talent, and you can scroll by real fast. So if there's something you don't like to or don't want to look at too long, you can just flip through, and you can find them that much faster on TikTok. So.
Oh yeah, and for some, TikTok always knows what you want to see, and it just happens to pop up the next video, and it's the coolest thing ever, but it's also really scary because I'm like, how did you know I wanted to see this?
Yes, absolutely. So you got to thumb through a few things, but it sure is fun, and this is something that we didn't have when I was interested in getting in radio. You said you were like working with professionals, and for you it's the recording studio and getting together to do that. For me, back when I was young like you, it was the radio stuff, man. When I would go into a professional radio station, and I had friends growing up whose dad was on the radio. And when I would go into an atmosphere like that, it made me want to do it. And I was like, man, what a cool gig, getting to play music for a living and talk on the radio and have your voice heard on back then, in your car, which you can do it all kinds of ways now, streaming music. So with all these apps and stuff that we have now, there's so many ways to be heard. And I thought, what a cool deal. So for the last 10 years of doing this show, it has been fun, and I get to meet and hang out with people like you.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. And we all meet because of music and because you're so darn good at it.
Well, thank you. You have said so many kind words. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
appreciate it.
You got another great song here called How Many Kisses. Tell us about this one real quick. And then your third and your Christmas song are going to kick off hour number 3.
So How Many Kisses, I wrote with 2 incredible ladies, Mary Sue England and Victoria Banks. And you know the saying about a Tootsie Pop, and they're like, how many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop?
Yeah.
So that was like, we had that in our mind for some reason, and we were like, how could we relate this to love? Like, how many kisses until you know it's love? How many times you have to stay up all hours of the night, like talking to this person and getting butterflies in your stomach, and just these so intense these intense feelings that you have when you first get to know somebody. It's just, how many times do you have to go through that until you know it's love? Like, does it go away? What does it feel like? And so that was all what this song was about. And it just, I don't know, I feel like a lot of them relate to it in some way or another. But I think How Many Kisses is one of my favorite songs, and I feel like it's just so it's so raw in the way that it's with the words and the stories that it tells.
I love it, man. And I remember those old commercials. How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? And the old owl would take a bite out of it, and he would say 3. And we have Tootsie Pops left over from our Halloween candy still in the kitchen in there too. So. But I love that, you know. And speaking of how many kisses, you're pretty good at putting on that lip gloss on TikTok too. I've been watching you do that. You've been a blast to talk to, man. Come back anytime, and we will definitely have fun playing your music some more. The stuff I didn't play tonight, we can talk about on the next interview.
Sounds great. You just tell me when, and I will be there.
Absolutely. Her name is Presley Tennant. This is called How Many Kisses on KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on Triple Play Thursday.
Say goodbye and I leave your driveway, but halfway home I turn around just to hear you say my name, 'cause it makes the most beautiful sound when you touch me and I can't breathe. So baby, I'm just asking, how many butterflies and opal nights don't wanna go to sleep yet? How many 2 a.m.s lighting up the phone, sharing all our secrets? Yeah, how many times can we play with the fire when it's almost too hot to the touch? How many kisses still lead to love? How many kisses still lead to love? We conceal them like we don't feel them, but we'd be lying if we denied. Only time will tell what this is, 'cause we're in too deep to fight it. You hold me and I'm shaking. So baby, I'm just saying, how many butterflies and opal nights don't wanna go to sleep yet? How many 2 a.m.s lighting up the phone, sharing all our secrets? Yeah, how many times can we play with the fire when it's almost too hot to the touch? How many kisses still lead to love? How many kisses still lead to love? Why can't we admit it? We can't get enough. How many kisses still lead to love? You hold me and I'm shaking. It's crazy. I'm just saying, oh, when you touch me, oh, I can't breathe. So baby, won't you tell me, how many butterflies and opal nights don't wanna go to sleep yet? How many 2 a.m.s lighting up the phone, sharing all our secrets? Yeah, how many times can we play with the fire when it's almost too hot to the touch? How many kisses till lead to love? How many kisses till lead to love? Why can't we admit it? We can't get enough. How many kisses till lead to love?
Another hour of the best in new country starts now on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
It's hard to watch TV screens full of hate, full of me. These days, it's all you see. as hell that everyone turns to a bottle of pills and a loaded gun, just like his daddy done. God forbid we pray, bow our heads in our knees and have some faith. Let's not do the one thing that takes away the pain. No, let's not say his name out loud except in vain. And as the devil smiles at our children while they play, God forbid we pray. Soldier son, husband, dad, he went to war and brought it back. And in his head he's still on the front line, trying to get a job and get by. God forbid we pray, bow our heads in our knees and have some faith. Let's not do the one thing that takes away the pain. No, let's not say his name out loud except in vain. And as the devil smiles at our children while they play, God forbid we in a world being so crazy as it is, God forbid we pray. God forbid. God forbid we pray. God forbid we pray. God forbid we pray.
She is an alumni artist of NBC's The Voice, Team Kelly, and my good friend Miss Presley Tennant. That is called God Forbid We Pray. You can check out the video to that one that was added today on our TV channel, ICTV, IndieCountryTelevision.com. Fantastic vocals on that, and you'll love the video as well. My good friend Miss Presley Tennant, she is amazing, and we'll be back for another great radio interview in the near future. Well, we're going to kick off hour number 3 of the show, and by the way, welcome to that, with a great Christmas song from Presley Tennant. It is called Christmas Time. Boy, isn't it? December the 1st, so we're getting close, about 3 weeks away. This is Christmas Time, Presley Tennant on KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Guess what? It's Christmas time and they're rockin' in LA. Chi-town is chillin' now 'cause the blues have gone away. New York is all lit up, get ready for the holiday. Motor City's dancing now 'cause they know who's on the way. If you have not done your shopping yet, you better hurry. and exciting.
Broadcasted live from Spreaker.com and iHeartRadio.
It's that tin roof rain on a Sunday morning. It's your grandma's cross around your neck. It's that sunrise glowing through the blinds in the window, the kind that always steal my breath. Why would I ever wanna leave? I don't wanna go to heaven when heaven's right here lying next to me. I count every kiss and every blessing. It's the only proof I'll ever need. I don't wanna go to heaven when heaven's right here lying next to me. It's like that old dirt road was paved in gold. The pearly gates are our front porch. Loving you makes me believe, even if the good Lord don't let me in, I got a glimpse of what it could have been. So I don't wanna go to heaven when heaven's right here lying next to me. I count every kiss and every blessing. It's the only proof I'll ever need. I don't wanna go to heaven when heaven's right here lying next to me. Oh, oh, lying next to me. Oh, oh. I don't wanna go to heaven when heaven's right here lying next to me. I count every kiss and every blessing. The only proof I'll ever need. Yeah. I don't wanna go to heaven when heaven's right here next to me. I count every kiss and every blessing. It's the only proof I'll ever need. I don't wanna go to heaven when heaven's right here lying next to me. Lying next to me.
Song number 2.
What if I didn't sit down that night at the bar? What if I wasn't half buzzed enough to take a shot in the dark and say hello, what's your name? What if we didn't stay out so late? What if I let you be the one that got away? 'Cause I was a train wreck in a dive bar, going nowhere in this town. I wasn't ready, wasn't looking for a reason to stick around. I thought this wild heart of mine was meant to run to the end of time, out on the loose. That was almost true. Then I found you. What if I didn't let the walls come down that night? What if I just went home instead of laying it all on the line? I took a chance on the spot, asked you to dance dance in the parking lot. Oh, don't wanna think about where I'd be now. 'Cause I was a train wreck in a dive bar, going nowhere in this town. I wasn't ready, wasn't looking for a reason to stick around. I thought this wild heart of mine was meant to run till the end of time, out on the loose. That was almost true. Then I found you, baby. Oh, I wanna feel this feeling forever. Oh, whoever I am, you're making me better. I was a train wreck in a dive bar, going nowhere in this town. I wasn't ready, wasn't looking for a reason to stick around. I thought this wild heart of mine was meant to run till the end of time, out on the loose. That was almost true. And I found you. And I found you.
His name is Nate Smith. I love his vocals, and don't you just love how he uses the piano in his country music? It is awesome. And before, the song called I Found You was another one called I Don't Want to Go to Heaven. Well, musically, you're already there. Welcome to hour number 3. We're well into it, and we keep rolling with Triple Play Thursday. 3 songs in a row from every artist all show long, and we're throwing some Christmas music in the mix as well. The third song from Nate Smith is his latest single. It is a great one as well. It is called Wreckage on Today's Country from KICR Indie Country Radio, playing new country's best on Triple Play Thursday.
I don't mean to be guarded, I don't mean to be rude, I don't mean to just shut you out, it's just what I've been used to. My heart got callous, I don't want to make that excuse. It's hard but you're worth it, I just want to be good for you. I'm a little damaged, but damn you so good. When everyone saw baggage, you loved when no one could. Laying in this bed beside you, I don't have to hide away. You see all the wreckage, and it wrecks me that you stay. When I get lost in my own head, you always tell me the truth. And girl, you find me right where I am. You're the one thing I can't lose. Baby, you're my hero, I ain't scared to say that out loud. You're teaching me to trust again, erasing all my doubts. Yeah. I'm a little damaged, but damn you so good. When everyone saw baggage, you love when no one could. Laying in this bed beside you, I don't have to hide away. You see all the wreckage, and it wrecks me that you shattered pieces back together, made them better. You saw what I could be through all the pain. I'm a little damaged, but damn you so good. When everyone saw baggage, get your love when no one could. Yeah. Laying in this bed beside you, I don't have to hide away. You see all the wreckage, yeah. You see all the wreckage. It wrecks me that you stay. And it wrecks me that you stay.
In a world, there was one man, Tim Kelly, and there was only one radio station, Indie Country Radio.
Said we had the perfect life. You were the perfect man. And I was your perfect wife. But everything that I held dear got lost in the whiskey and beer. Your eyes lost their shine. And baby, don't you miss me? Can't the devil set you free? And can't you see? But I still love the man behind the whiskey, behind the whiskey, behind the hurt, behind the shame, behind the guilt and who's to blame. Still love the man behind the whiskey. Throw out the demons that keep you away, lock you up, and shut you down at the end of the day. Turn off the voices, turn off that song in your head, put the bottle down, and come on home to me instead. Baby, don't you miss me? Can't the devil set you free? And can't you see that I still love the man behind the whiskey, behind the whiskey, behind the hurt, behind the shame, behind the guilt and who's to blame. Still love the man behind the whiskey. No more useless fights, staying up till dawn. No more lonely nights. And baby, please come home. Behind the whiskey, can't the devil set you free? Can't you see that I still love the man behind the whiskey, behind the whiskey, behind the hurt, behind the shame, behind the guilt and who's to blame? Behind the hurt, behind the shame, behind the guilt and who's to blame? Still love the man behind the whiskey, behind the whiskey.
Song number 2.
I don't wanna hear it, 'cause I've heard enough. You sold one night for the price of all tears falling down to the ground. I hate that I miss you, so angry right angry right now that I was a fool and that I kissed the lips of a liar like you. Confused by these tears falling down to the ground. I hate that I miss you, I'm so angry right now.
She is my good friend Dusty Lee, formerly from Idaho, now living in Nashville, Tennessee, and making her way in the world of country music. Pretty good at it, too, isn't she? Great vocals on that young lady. Angry Right Now is actually her latest single out to radio, and before that, Behind the Whiskey, another great one. But the third one is a fan favorite around here, and it's a song that she wrote about her father. It is called 99 Halos from Dusty Lee on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on Triple Play Thursday.
Said goodbye 3 years ago today. There ain't been one single night without you for me. 99 halos couldn't take you away.
you filthy animal. And a Happy New Year.
Christmas lights on the avenue. I close my eyes and I think of you. There's something magic in the air. So many dreams that are left to share. It's Christmas Eve, the fire's burning, the streets are covered with snow. These memories will last forever, and I want you to know there's something special when we're together. I felt that way from the start. This year for Christmas, I wanna give you my heart.
Every day it feels like Christmas. You make my wishes come true. There's no better gift that I could ask for than to be here with you. There's something special when we're together. It's been that way from the start. This year for Christmas, I wanna give you my heart. There's something special when we're together. It's been that way from the start. This year for Christmas, I wanna give you my heart. Oh, there's something special when we're together. It's been that way from the start. This year for Christmas, I wanna give you my heart. Oh, this year for Christmas, I wanna give you my heart. Oh, this year for Christmas, I wanna give you my heart.
Two good friends of mine in a great Christmas duet. That is Dusty Lee and our good friend Dave Nudo from the Dave Nudo Band. I have talked to and interviewed both of them a couple of times. They are fantastic and super, super talented. I love it when they get together and make magic like that. Merry Christmas, everybody. This next song is from the great Randall King from the state of Texas. It is called You in a Honky Tonk on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Cotton flannel on a front porch swing, leather jacket and some tight blue jeans. Don't get me started on the things I think when you're wearing nothing but them soft white sheets. Yeah. Listen, baby, you can put on anything. What drives me crazy is seeing you in a honky tonk. The way you're slipping that neon on, girl, there ain't a look you can't pull off. Nothing turns me on like you in a honky tonk. Smoke rings, glowing greens and reds, long black dress. It's tailor-made for your silhouette. Nothing steals my breath like seeing you in a honky-tonk. The way you're slipping that neon on. Girl, there ain't a look you can't pull off. Nothing turns me on like you. In a honky-tonk, sipping and swaying and singing. Girl, all I'm saying is it fits you like a glove. Listen, baby, you can put on anything, but I just go crazy seeing you in a honky-tonk. The way you're slipping that neon on. Girl, there ain't a look you can't pull off. Nothing turns me on like you. In a honky-tonk, the way you're slipping that neon on. Girl, there ain't a look you can't pull off. But nothing turns me on like you. In a honky-tonk. Oh, in a honky-tonk. In a honky-tonk.
Song number 2.
I've tried and I can't outrun the rain. I've got to weather it. Can't hide, can't duck under every punch. I've got to roll with it. I could bitch and moan, or get up and go on, taking it as it comes, learning as I go. Can't hold on to something that's out of my control. Gonna let the day roll into another one. I'm taking it as it comes. I've spent a lot of time trying to rewind life or fast forward it. Wishing I could hit pause and take in a little more of it. It's all said and done, I can't do either one, so I'm taking it as it comes, learning as I go. Can't hold on to something that's out of my control. Gonna let the day roll into another one. I'm taking it as it comes.
Once again, his name is Randall King from the great state of Texas. That is called Taking It As It Comes. And before that, You in a Honky Tonk. He got to perform in the world-famous honky tonk called the Grand Ole Opry last March, so congratulations to him. And he is a great big next thing coming up in the world of country music. This next song has a video to it you can check out on our TV channel, ICTV, IndieCountryTelevision.com. The third song in the triple play for Randall King is called Hey Moon on KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on Triple Play Thursday.
Hey moon, it's me again, that guy that's always checking back in. How's she doing? I'm hoping better than I've been. Hey moon, there's someone you see that stands between her love and me, and I miss her. Damn, I miss her. Hey moon, I'm giving it all that I got. Hey moon, I'm down to my last shot, and I know that it's crazy talking to a rock in the sky. Oh, but I gotta try. Hey moon, is she looking up from her room and thinking of us as she been tucked in, wondering where I've been, dreaming about seeing me again. Hey moon, I'm giving it all that I got. Hey moon, I'm down to my last shot, and I know that it's crazy talking to a rock in the sky, but I gotta try. Hey moon,
New country sounds like this.
hey moon, I'm giving it all that I got. Hey moon, I'm down to my last shot.
And this.
Felt like living and I felt like dying. Oh, come on back to me.
And this.
Hey, pretty boy, you were pretty sure it was gonna work out for you.
You're listening to the best in new country music on KICR Indie Country Radio.
Ho, 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 ho!
The old log is burning, yellow and red. Small eyes are fighting that old sleepy head. Stockings are filled while stories of goodwill are told at the edge of the bed. It's an old time Christmas, family and friends round the tree. It's an old time Christmas, like the ones in my memories. kids in the yard. Granddad nods off in a chair. The smells from the kitchen are too foul to mention, and there's peace on earth everywhere. It's an old time Christmas, family and friends round the tree. It's an old time Christmas, like the ones in my memory. Church bells are ringing, choir singing. Everywhere there's love in the air. It's an old time Christmas, family and friends round the tree. It's an old time Christmas, like the ones in my memories, like the ones in my memories.
That is also a great song from Randall King. You're getting bonus music tonight with the Christmas tunes from these great independent artists. Aren't they fantastic? Randall King and a great song called Old Time Christmas. Well, it is December the 1st, and we're getting in the Christmas spirit for sure on this radio station. So join us tomorrow night. We'll have more great new music and Christmas music as well. I want to thank Brady Wilcox for being with me tonight. Miss Presley Tennant as well. 2 great interviews in one great show. Join me tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Central Time, live from Branson, Missouri, the live entertainment capital of the world. And Dennis DiChiaro will join me tomorrow night. It will be our second radio interview. So he's a great singer-songwriter. Lots more great music to look forward tomorrow night on New Music Friday. I have got a ton of new music that I have never played that we will debut on the show tomorrow. So it's going to be a fun one. Today's Country with Tim Kelly is produced by Tim Kelly Productions. Like us there on Facebook, and we will like you right back. Until next time, I will see you on the radio. Bye-bye, everybody.
I can put you in a cornfield in downtown Manhattan. Close your eyes and reel that old zip code. I can put you on a riverbank while you're fighting traffic. I'm a song, I'll see you on the radio. Turn me on and turn it up. I can make you smile, make you cry, turn back the pages of your life. Turn me on, oh, I'll see you on the radio. I can take you back to high school, gym floor, and a slow dance. First love, first kiss, second base down that old dirt road. When it's freezing cold, I can sink your toes in warm white sand. I'm a song, I'll see you on the radio. Turn me on and turn it up. I can make you I'm rocking